happy new back o'clock, Rusty.
Oh, is this how we're starting it now? Is this our new intro? Is Happy New Back O'Clock?
Yeah, that's that won't get old by March.
I'm already tired of it.
And we're tired of you. Welcome back to Pokemon Moon, everybody.
How dare you?
We are doing a Wonderlocke. Let's catch another Pokemon.
So, I've been away for a couple of streams.
Yeah.
How many changes to the party have happened? How many of my favorite Pokemon
Beloved
have you
friends
killed?
are gone. Insofar, nobody. You can see what our team looks like thanks to the tracker down there, thanks to patreon.com/Pokelink.
Yes.
But we've beaten the fire trial.
Oh man, I can't believe I missed that one. That's legitimately one of my favorites.
You did miss the interrupting hiker. But not
Is this your catch?
Steve. This is going to be my catch for this area. As soon as I actually get something to bite the damn hook.
Well, it's not flashing anymore. Can you still catch?
All it is when it's got the little bubble around it, it's got a different pool of things it can pick from.
Ah.
But it gave me a hard scale instead. So.
Gotcha. I have played these games for years thinking that you could only catch Pokemon while they were smooshing, splooshing, whatever.
Rusty, I need you to do me a favor and never say splooshing.
Why? What's wrong with splooshing? Nothing, I'd argue.
And this Magikarp is splashing, for the record.
Okay, we were kidding, and obviously there's something I don't know. What does splooshing mean?
Rusty, are you actually kidding about that?
I am not kidding. I was not aware that that was an existing condition.
A euphemism for a woman getting turned on. Or, I guess, a person with a vagina getting turned on.
No, sploosh is. We go, sploosh. But I knew that. Anyway, welcome back. New year.
Yeah.
New us. Man, whoever evolves this Magikarp is going to have a really cool ball for that Gyarados. This Magikarp is definitely going to get evolved and not
immediately be released by whoever gets it.
Passed around the Wonder Toilet until the system shuts off.
Regardless, we shall send him to the ether.
I mean, there might be somebody else doing a Wonderlocke that gets this and is really appreciative of it.
It's really. Fact, I've seen a couple. I've been doing a little bit of trading on the Wonder Trade, just casually before the servers get shut down, and every so often you'll see one.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, that's prime to be receiving. That's the prime level to be receiving a Magikarp.
Yeah, no, it's evolving.
That's what you want.
I think level 19 is technically
level 19 would technically be a little bit better.
Yeah, because I think it learns a move at level 20, but it may just be that move it learns around at evolution now. So
yeah.
Regardless, I hope that Brandon from Mexico enjoys this Magikarp. I'm sorry, Brandon. Gumshoes!
Oh, it's rough, buddy.
I don't mind.
This is my least favorite designed Pokemon.
I have a soft spot for Gumshoes because I used one in my blind Nuzlocke of Sun.
I just hate to see that Trump Weasel so much.
It's Gumshoes, the stakeout Pokemon. It adores having Rattata and Raticate for dinner, but as it's diurnal, it never encounters them. This Pokemon boasts incredible patience. And just to take a look at it, we'll see what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty... A plain normal type is pretty far down on the list of things you're going to swap in on a...
You never know, but...
challenge run.
I will say it's fairly low on the roster right now.
Yeah. What do you have in your roster? I haven't seen your boxes in a while. This is pretty much the same team that I left you with, but...
Yeah, we did get a couple things I'll kind of show off here.
Also, we have been gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we can kind of show them off. We got a Eevee.
Ooh.
Pretty good Gligar. This is the hidden ability, and I'm guessing that those markings are going to indicate perfect IVs. Togedemaru is very interesting. I like that one. This is a level 1 Pichu that knows some cool moves. And it came from Gen 6. A level 1 Litten, which is kind of cool. This Torchic has some fun moves, though it doesn't have the hidden ability. And this Mudkip is very well put together as well.
Yeah.
So, if something does die, all of those guys might make the team.
Yeah, that's like a slot replacement for most of your guys.
Yeah.
You don't currently have a water type, but everybody else is like...
He said that Mudkip is high up on the list.
Is this Sun Moon or Ultra Sun Ultra Moon?
This is Moon specifically.
Moon, okay.
I picked this one because Ian did a randomizer of Ultra Sun, I think.
Right.
And
So you just did the oppositist that you could.
I wanted to show off these games.
Yeah.
I think the plan is for Ian to do ORAS, and I think you had said you would wanted to do XY.
Yeah. Yeah, I think XY were definitely my favorite games in.
Oh, I love
in the long run. XY were my favorite games to on the 3DS gen.
Yeah, I don't know.
If Ultra Sun Ultra Moon didn't have such a long intro, I think I would love doing challenge runs on them, but it takes so long to start them.
It does.
We weren't streaming when X and Y came out.
That's true.
We were streaming with Sun and Moon. So we were playing a lot more of the games during that time.
Bye, Eevee.
Remind me what gen Grandpa came out. It's available in...
This game. Gen 7.
Oh, it's this game? It's not X and Y.
Yeah. It came out in this game. It is version exclusive with...
Fire Turtle.
Yeah, the Fire Turtle, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Yeah. I was doing a end of the year, what's your favorite Pokemon of every type? And I think Grandpa did end up being my favorite normal type. I could go check it. I put it up on in the Discord.
And if you want to join the Discord, all you've got to do is type in ! Discord.
Yeah, Grandpa is my favorite normal type.
Scrampa.
I really, really like that guy.
And I really like Grumblemug.
I forgot that we nicknamed these guys.
We didn't. It came with that name.
It came that way. But I was like, now I sometimes forget Pokemon names, But there's no way in hell if Grumblemug was a Pokemon that I would have forgotten that one. There are enough now that sometimes, like, especially middle evolutions, I'm not perfect on names. Especially middle evolutions of starter chains, I really struggle to remember.
Yeah, it can be kind of tough.
Like, my favorite starter is Rowlet, and it evolves into Decidueye eventually.
You don't always have a handle on Dartrix being the middle either.
Dartrix, that's what it is. Yeah, you say it and I remember it, but I was not able to call it. And that's my favorite one.
you like.
Although weirdly, so I was just looking at the list. Rowlet is my favorite starter. Period.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite grass type.
What is your favorite grass type?
Well, it is another starter. We've used it on stream before.
It wouldn't be Grookey.
No. It is bad.
Oh, you like Chikorita?
I like the Chikorita line, yeah. Meganium specifically is what I put on as my favorite grass type. Dartrix Decidueye didn't make it. Didn't make the list.
It's hard when you're like comparing types like that.
Yeah. Well, and there's like when you're making a list like that, when you're talking about like favorite Pokemon, you're considering things like design elements, which, you know, I like Rowlet because he's my perfect round son.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about your favorite grass type, you're thinking about like, okay, how does it battle? How have I used these in teams before? I really liked using Meganium in doubles as part of a hybrid sun and water team. It was super weird.
In that Coliseum playthrough.
It was a super weird build for that team, but it worked, and it was an important part of that team. Having a dual weather team is the first time I'd ever done that. So when you're talking about your favorite of a type, you're putting different values on different things.
Yeah.
So that's why I stand by that Rowlet is my favorite starter, but Meganium is my favorite grass type. Both of those things are true.
Yeah. I always try and redo the favorite Pokemon picker after every new generation.
Yeah. Favorite fighting type, obviously Gallade. I bet you can't guess my favorite fairy type.
I'm going to guess Gardevoir.
It's not. It's Mega Gardevoir.
I would argue that Gardevoir is Mega Gardevoir.
Well, no, it's different because I like Gallade better than Mega Gallade.
Yeah.
That's why I justified that choice. Justified is also an ability that Glade has. Sorry.
Swipe right, dude.
But before, I would have said Mega Gallade was my favorite fighting type. But with the changes to, like, the addition of sharpness and the changes to his move list, I like regular Gallade more than Mega Gallade now.
Rumble Mug.
And the picker that I was using does things like let you pick Mega Ampharos as your favorite dragon type.
Yeah.
So like there are, you know, there's justifications for counting them different. Beyond just I feel like it.
Yeah.
And there's probably some changes I could make. Like I put Volcarona as my favorite bug. I haven't used Iron Moth a lot, but if I did, I would probably update it.
Yeah.
To Iron Moth. I just haven't.
Well, Iron Moth is not a bug type.
What is it?
Poison fire.
Poison fire. Interesting. That's a cool combo.
It is a cool combo. It's very good in raids.
Yeah.
Tapu Koko, Pinnock Juice, or Kamala Coffee?
I have just enjoyed a very delicious coffee.
You've sold me.
I got a new pour over.
Yeah.
Coffee maker.
You've shut it off a couple times.
I have gotten into coffee in the last couple of weeks.
Well,
it's neat. It's neat how getting a new tool makes you look at the things that you're and like. It has changed coffee from being a thing that I get in the morning to a thing that I do in the morning.
I get that.
It is an activity that I'm doing on purpose. And
I will say we got an electric kettle for Christmas, and I had some hot chocolate. It was quite nice yesterday.
That's on my list of upgrades. Right now, we're still using a coffee pot to make our hot water, and being able to fine tune the temperature is next on my list.
Arjun.
But the hot water kettle in the coffee maker is why I got the pour over, because the coffee maker part of it is not working.
Oh.
And the pour over was a $10 solution. And we're poor.
I understand that.
Oh, the picker, which I have linked in the Discord also if you want to play along. The picker does put poison and ground right next to each other, so I can have Clodsire and Quagsire right next to each other.
That's very cute. Hey, that'll break sturdy.
Yeah. Don't you love it when Pokemon defeat themselves?
Kinda, yeah. He's got the grumbliest mug you've ever seen.
So where do you fall? Should there be more multi-strike moves so that Sturdy gets broken more often? Or should those moves be rare so that Sturdy is more reliable?
I think we've got a good balance where we're at, honestly. The one thing is that a lot of multi-strike moves aren't strong enough to get the one-shot, so they'd be a two-hit KO regardless.
Yeah. The later we get, though, more recent multi-strike moves have been getting stronger.
Yeah.
Like triple axle.
With the introduction of something like loaded dice, I would say they're very powerful. Rusty, are you ready for the greatest line in the game?
Yes. I love this so much.
Get out!
There's literally nothing else in there. That room exists just for him to tell you no. It's so good. I love little just shitty details like that. It's like somebody on the dev team was like, "Hey, can we put a joke here?" And nobody stopped them.
Agreed. Ah, she hit me in the shin.
Or I kind of like the alternative better. Nobody stopped them because nobody knew. Somebody put that room in there and snuck it past
that just got
their boss.
They got it past the boss.
Yeah. They just didn't ask permission.
have a puppy visitor.
I have an emote for that. Dog.
Pancham. Oh, speaking of Scarlet and Violet spoilers, they are going to do a epilogue this month, which we should be playing as well.
Yes. In fact, there is
There are people
stuff in the
people
there's stuff in the
posting it and
game
it keeps
that-
getting DMCA'd.
well, yeah, but there's stuff in the game that is visible but not completable yet.
Yeah.
Like specifically, there's 3 people you can invite into to be coaches or whatever. That are almost certainly Arvin, Penny, and Nimona. Because like, who else would it be?
Yeah.
But those slots exist but can't be viewed. They're just empty.
Like my heart.
Like my heart without Nimona in the DLC. So is now that we've had some time to sit on the games, is Nimona best rival?
What do we mean by best?
In your opinion, I'm not trying to come with the like. This is Cobra Strike Lightning Bolt's opinion. I just want to know your Nathan's opinion.
I mean, best. Do we mean favorite? Best. Do we mean like the strongest? By best, do we mean most well designed?
I think objectively strongest is Kieran now.
Yeah. I
think
the term rival's gotten a little diluted.
Right, there are like 4 or 5 people in these games.
Rivals.
Yeah. Like you could call Kieran, what's her face, Carmine, Nimona, Penny, and Arvin all rivals in this game. But as like main rival, I think the idea of the person that like Nimona is the rival.
Yeah. Right.
She's set up in the intro.
Yeah.
She's the final boss fight of the main story. Fight her at the end of the Elite Four spine of what a rival is.
Yeah.
So, if you have a different answer for each of those questions, for me, I think she's got to be pretty close to my favorite design. Definitely my favorite, like, story arc.
Yeah.
And like the storytelling, it's such a bummer that these games like perform so well, because everything other than the performance on like as far as like technical performance, they're the best games. By a long shot. Like, it's not even close. But I think Nimona is my favorite.
Yeah, I will say I do really enjoy and relate to Nimona's attitude toward Pokemon battling a lot, because I've always been a big I don't particularly care if I'm winning or losing. I just like battling.
Yeah, and that's what a good rival. It makes her a compelling rival in the story. In a much better way. She doesn't have to be a villain or a friend. She kind of lets you as the player define that.
Yeah.
In a way that a lot of the games don't.
Yeah.
She will be friendly to you, but because you're a silent protagonist, her actions don't have any kind of color. So you kind of, she's kind of like the opposite of the blank slate protagonist that you get in video games a lot, like, and also like Luke Skywalker in Star Wars 1 or Star Wars 4, where he's pretty boring and lets you kind of imprint your own personality on him.
The blank mask archetype has always been kind of a thing.
And it's a cool thing to kind of apply to your rival in these games. in that she doesn't really have intentions other than I want to fight you.
Yeah.
Because it's fun for me. I also really like the really common read among autistics that she's one of us. I think that's both very amusing. I do not think it was intentional.
Yeah.
But I think it's very good. I do not think that Game Freak was like, we need an autistic rival this time. But I really love that that community has found her. And
I do like the Nimona is Goku comparisons.
That's also very good, yeah. Which leads to, by the transitive property, Goku is autistic. Which is also very good.
Goodbye, Machop. I love you. Silver will always have a soft spot in my heart. One, I'm just, I'm a Johto head. But I like that he starts off as a huge piece of shit and gets not quite rid of it, but slightly less piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. The villain to neutral slide.
Yeah. But like,
I think he's a strong contender for me for second place rival. His design is so cool. A lot of rivals I think look real dumb.
Oh, you just like his visual design?
Yeah, like literally their aesthetics. I think a lot of rivals.
I agree. I think he's one of the better ones. I like Hugh a lot too. I know he's kind of a cringy pick, but that's kind of why I like him.
Yeah.
I like my Anger Boy rivals. And I want to give props to Barry specifically because I think he has a cool team.
Yeah.
You know, the like, I think he's considered by the community one of the more annoying rivals, and not incorrectly in my opinion. But I think he has one of the cooler designed teams.
10 million miles per hour light years things, whatever he says.
I'm gonna find you $1,000,000,000 if you're late.
That's what it is.
But I do like that he has some cool picks like Snorlax and Heracross in his team.
Yeah. And multiple, like, very dangerous picks.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of your rivals have, like, or a lot of the in-game bosses are like, this is Cynthia. She has 5 really high Pokemon and a Garchomp. You know, they're high level, but the Garchomp is the problem.
Yeah.
But Barry has, like you say, a Heracross and a Snorlax. It's a yeah.
Maybe we'll get a Magikarp or Magikarp Magnemite. Gotta get those beans.
Oh, it's adamant though. It's not ideal for a Magnemite.
Well, who cares what it is? I'm gonna trade it away.
So, is anything that you get here free game, or only the first one?
Only the first one.
Okay.
Basically, I get how I have always judged what a quote-unquote area is by the met at section.
Where it says, yeah. I think May and Lucas, right? May and Lucas from
Brendan and May are the Gen 3.
Brendan. Yeah,
Lucas
May and,
is the
yeah,
boy from Sinnoh.
yeah. Brendan and May deserve a shout out for getting just absolutely fucking livid when they lose to you over and over again. I think that's a very funny detail. Just like red in the face runs away.
Hey, boy.
It's a puppy doggo.
He's a puppy dog. How you doing, pupper? What you doing, doggo? The Mallow Special. The Forage Bag.
Don't talk about Farage on stream. No, that's not a... Guys, to my knowledge, that's not a thing.
I gotta use Stoutland. I don't know. Is Tiny Mushrooms right?
I think so.
The Big Mushroom attacked. She-Notic. Booga booga booga!
Every time I see a Shinotic, I think about the D&D mushrooms and how they just want to make you us.
Oh, like the Myconids from Baldur's Gate?
Well, no, specific. That actually, the Myconids that you see in Baldur's Gate are not a standard Myconid colony. They
They're special.
are not. Yeah, they don't try to inhabit you.
Hot.
It's not, to my knowledge, possible for you to have an outcome where you become part of the Myconid colony in Baldur's Gate. And generally, when you add Myconids to a D&D campaign, even if they are like protagonists, there's always that little risk of being subsumed.
Rusty's gonna eat me.
I don't think that that's very likely. You're way too big.
I clicked the wrong move there.
What did you intend to pick?
Gust.
Did you not?
No, I clicked Ominous Wind.
Oh, I heard the... You said you picked the wrong move, and I was listening, and I heard the... So I was like, that would have been Gust, wouldn't it? But Ominous Wind also makes a sound.
They're both wind-based moves, which is a thing now.
Yep. What would you call the wind-based move version of Iron Fist or Sharpness.
Uh, like an ability that boosts wind-based moves.
Mm-hmm.
I always had the idea of a ability called Bellows, which was flash fire, but instead of being activated by fire moves, it was activated by wind-based moves. But if we're thinking of a move of an ability that boosts wind, let's see. Wind power is already an ability. That's when you get your attack boosted and when hit by a wind-based move. Wind Rider is already an ability, which is boosts your speed.
Break Wind is a fart joke. I just wanted to put that out there. I couldn't figure out how to make it make sense as an ability, so I just said it.
It does sound more like a move.
Break Wind, whenever you is like a break.
Yeah.
But whenever you make contact with a physical move, you break wind-based effects.
I would just call it something like Tempest, maybe.
Yeah. Although I like Tempest being the wind version of Pixelate.
Yeah.
Turning normal moves into flying moves.
Though that already exists and it's called Aerialate.
Oh, you're right. Okay, Tempest. Only one thing has it, and it's a Mega, right? It's like Pidgeot, Mega Pidgeot.
Mega Pidgeot has no guard. Aerialate is on Mega Pinsir.
Mega Pinsir. That's interesting.
Mega Pinsir's pretty good. And I can't think of anything off the top of my head that else that has it.
Oh, Mega Salamence has it.
That's right, Mega Pinsir.
Does Mega Pinsir gain Flying type?
It does.
I guess I just didn't know that. That's unfortunate.
Rusty, unfortunate doesn't even begin to describe it.
It gains 2 weaknesses, doesn't gain any resistances. It does gain immunity to ground.
Yeah. Mega Pinsir's pretty good. But
yeah.
It is offensively oriented.
Yeah. And it's fast. 105 base speed. I'm looking at it in the thing.
Its big thing was it got Aerialate Quick Attack and Aerialate Feint.
These days it also gets Giga Impact.
It always got Giga Impact.
Ah.
Almost all fully evolved Pokemon learn Giga Impact.
Yeah. Both Giga Impact and Hyper Beam. Looks like you could also do Rest Talk and get Stab with... I guess Sleep Talk calls the type of the move that it's using, so...
Sleep Talk just calls one of your other 3 moves while you're asleep.
Yeah.
Return was the big one, though I don't think it's a thing anymore. But
yeah.
Mega Pinsir hasn't been a thing since Let's Go.
Right. It gets Thrash. That would be a high power. I mean, Outrage is good. So Flying type Outrage would also be good.
So strong. Oops. Alrighty. I think it's Braixen's time to shine.
Put its psychic type, it'll be weak to bugs. Not like it won't be one-shotting everything with its fire moves.
One could hope, right?
Also, is Braixen psychic type, or does it only get that at third Evo?
Only the third Evo is type change. That. Scope lens. Guess the quick clone. If Flaffy's coming out, I'm in trouble. Alright. I just have a regular potion. Let's yeet this wheat.
What?
Let's yeet this wheat.
No, I heard you.
That's how the kids these days say, let's get this bread.
That wasn't a euphemism for throwing out your dank nugs. Let's eat this wheat. That's when you've been getting dank in your bedroom and your mom is on her way home and you have 5 minutes to clear out all of the evidence. You gotta eat that wheat.
I've never heard of somebody refer to the devil's lettuce as wheat. Clever girl.
She's so big.
Lurantis, the totem Pokemon, has appeared.
I had been playing with Terra Stellar Lurantis with
Contrary.
Superpowered Contrary and Stellar
Terrablast.
Terrablast. It is a lot of fun.
Just to double check, I'm certain that Heat Wave is going to be higher. But this one's going to be 175 base power. Yeah, they're both going to be 175.
It is very good in raids where you're not weak to a type that the raid has.
Laurentis kind of just has some raids where it's just like, okay, I can Unga Bunga click Leaf Storm and win. But now we've got Contrary Superior, so you know.
Well, I'm not even doing Leaf Storm. I'm doing Superpower for the attack and defense buff to get to 3 attacks, and then Terra Blast doesn't lose its boost when you terrestrialize in raids. So you just Terra Blast over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What you've got the attack and the defense boost to survive from Superpower, and then you just keep on going. It's
by
very
the way,
efficient.
Fuck you, dude. Wow, fart-ass percent, you're strong, huh? You really draw out the flavor of your Pokemon in that battle.
I keep forgetting.
Rusty, if there's a strong fart-ass nearby, you'll know.
What would you say the percent chance of a strong fart ass being nearby?
Rusty, when I'm nearby, it's 100%.
Enter Isaac Inator. The challenge in this run is that we are doing a Wonderlocke.
Yep, that's true.
It's just like a normal Nuzlocke. Catch the first thing in each route, except that you immediately put it in the Wonder Toilet, and you have to use what comes out.
Yep.
Of the Wonder Toilet.
And since I just beat Lush Jungle, I now get to catch something here and send it off to the Wonder Toilet.
Man, that's such a good tank top. I want that tank top in real life.
A little like Surfing Pikachu.
Uh-huh.
It does pretty much own. Ooh, I can strike smart. I wonder if I have anything that actually learns that. I doubt it. No, Professor, I wanted to catch something. Okay, he's just gonna leave me here. Good. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna give some held items here real fast. Excuse me. Excuse me. My sneezes are now on the internet for all the time. You're welcome, perverts. Let's see what we get. Ooh, comfy. Well done. This is Comfey, the Posy Picker Pokemon. Bats prepared with flowers from its vine have a relaxing effect, so this Pokemon is a hit with many people. Rusty, are you glad that Comfey's back in Scarlet and Violet?
I have no opinion.
I would say I think Triage is a very cool ability.
I definitely know what triage does. Ignore the sound of the typing keyboard.
Frantic Googling.
Oh! Priority to a healing move. That is cool.
Yeah. You also probably could have gotten it from the name.
If I had tried to guess, I probably would have come up with something like that.
But I think it's a cool name. I think it's a cool effect. Made it a pretty scary calm Minesweeper there for a little while. Alright, here's my shiny Mewtwo.
This is where we are streaming on native hardware.
Actual real hardware.
So if he gets a shiny Mewtwo, he can trade it to Modern Games.
I can.
Which is super neat.
See what Alberto from the US gives me.
His little thing is squirm, squirm, clap, clap, clap.
Not uncommon.
Which...
Staryu.
That's fine.
It's fun. And I did just get a Water Stone, too.
Staryu is on my short list of Pokemon to pick for the mono water run that I'm eventually going to do.
Unfortunately, it's not in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
This
is
Staryu, the star-shaped Pokemon. This Pokemon gets nibbled on by Luminion and others. Thanks to its red core, it regenerates fast, so it's unconcerned by their snack attacks.
Oof. That's pretty wild.
Let's take a look at it.
Fortunately, I'm not planning on doing a mono water run literally immediately. I've got a couple runs I'm doing before water comes up, so we might get a new game before that happens. Next Pokemon game that I'm playing on stream is going to be for you guys that are just showing up to stream. I'm going to be doing a run of X and Y, probably also a Wonderlocke, showing off the online systems before they shut down. Yep. And then Ian will do something, and then Nathan will do something, and then my next up run is probably going to be I'm going to do a dual mono grass run where I run through Legends Arceus and then Scarlet Violet.
I will say, this is my thing. I'm okay with after Ian just going straight back to you.
Okay.
There's also a good chance by that time we'll have another game, so we may just pivot to that.
Right, and there's a good chance that the system gets shut down in a couple months, and we're out of time to do some of the 3DS runs.
Not impossible.
They have said that they're probably going to continue Pokemon Bank services after the shutdown, but who knows how long? Yeah. And there's been no legal promise from Nintendo or anything. Like just who knows?
Yeah,
it's we're
fun.
In a Wild West.
We still have till April, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we're trying to get through these games as quickly as we can. Somehow I got attacked by something. Dig.
How did you feel the first time you encountered a Alolan Dugtrio?
The first time I encountered a Alolan Dugtrio was in the demo for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it was, what the fuck is that, way out in the distance. You saw it through, like, the camera.
Yeah. Now I remember that. Did you think that that was going to be a new species of Pokemon, or did you think that Dugtrio is wearing a wig?
I did think it was some sort of variant.
You did identify it as an official variant and not a joke, because I thought it was a joke. Because we knew we were going to Hawaii, quote unquote Hawaii. So my thought was, oh, they just put surfer hair on a Dugtrio as a that Dugtrio wants to be a surfer, so it's wearing a wig. And that's haha funny joke for the thing. I think it's hilarious that Executor basically looked like it belonged in Hawaii anyway, but they were like, no,
We need to make it more.
We need to make it more.
There was a old card with Executor on it, like one of the part of the trading card game that had it basically looking like what a lowland Executor looks like, where it was kind of a tall palm tree.
Yeah.
But apparently somebody designed it and they're like, oh, this is hilarious. We can't not put this in this game. And that's basically where regional variants came from. This man asked what I think of the largeness of his area. Kids, if a random hiker asks you about the largeness of his area, you need to get away.
Yeah. Or the smallness of his area. Or the location of his area.
He says I'm large scale. Oh, and I do need to.
Oh, come on. The same guy that asked about the size of his area. That's approaching the couple with an onyx and cloister.
Fuck you. Booga booga booga! I know what I'm gonna do. My boys are hurt, so I'm gonna go heal. I believe my level cap right now is level 35 before my Pokemon start getting rowdy.
Have you run into the guy in the Blueberry Academy yet that's like, there's some Pokemon in a far-off region that's apparently Corviknight's natural predator. Imagine how terrifying that guy must look.
Yes, I have.
It's very funny.
He bites the Diglett. Also, Salamence is going to be good someday. Right now, this Bagon is dragging a little bit. Dragging.
Yeah.
He's dragging a little bit. You get it, Rusty?
Why don't you explain it to me?
Because he's a little bit of dragon.
Asterisk, do not explain it to me.
Hey, this is Ace Trainer Alexis.
Oh, hey.
And she's got a Goomy.
Goomy is very good.
Oh, shit.
You're dead.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a normal type. You can swap to a ghost.
I don't think Bide works like that. It might. We'll see.
It would be very bad if it didn't. Drifblim is not tanky.
It actually does have a lot of HP, so maybe.
Yeah. Does Drifloon have a lot of HP, or does it get it when it... Yeah, that does work like that.
Okay, good. Got a little nervous there.
I feel like Drifblim has more HP than...
I mean, yeah, Drifblim
I mean, it's going to, but, like, I feel like Drifloon has got not a ton of HP, and
you can look it up. I think it's around base 80, which is pretty good for a Stage 1 Pokemon.
I just remember trying to keep a Drifloon alive every time I've ever used it, and it's like... Oh, it's base 90, it's its highest stat. Okay.
Yeah. I think Drifblim is tied with Giratina for the highest base HP of Ghost-type Pokemon. Something similar like that.
150. That's bonkers, actually. Yeah, it's the highest HP of all flying and is tied with Giratina for all ghosts. And it's tied with Bronzong for being the most common amongst Elite Four members. Being used by 4 of them. Dustox's special move animation is kind of gross with Venoshock.
It's kind of goopy.
Well, it looks like it's just dumping. Just...
When you beat Alexis, she just starts saying nothing. Is that what she says when you beat her, Rusty?
I don't. Stop that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a loaded question. When we're explaining logical fallacies to new debaters, that's one of the examples we use is, how often do you beat your wife? As an example of a loaded question. Yo, Nebby, use Splash! Pew. I was just acting like I was fart-ass%. I act like I'm fart-ass% every time I eat beans. Pew. It was no problem. I absolutely blasted that Lurantis.
This is where you learned that the professor is basically her mom.
Kind of. This is also where we learn that Kukui is a wife guy.
Kukui being the professor, who is her mom,
Yeah.
and his wife is her dad. Burnett, that's her name.
It's how. Mysterious phenomena.
Phenomena.
Do 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 do.
One thing that I really love about something that's going on in the world right now is the U.S. passed a law to cap insulin prices at $35. And now insulin manufacturers are all separately holding press conferences to brag about how they're holding insulin at $35.
Lovely.
It feels like the kind of thing that should be illegal.
Kinda, yeah.
It's a lie.
Maybe medicine should be free.
Well, yeah, but that's a different conversation. But making people believe that following the law is something you're doing out of the goodness of your heart and not because somebody is making you is a lie. It should be false advertising.
I don't disagree.
It is incorrect. But yeah, in the broader conversation, healthcare should be free. It would be cheaper for everyone if all of our taxes made all healthcare free. Nobody would be paying more money.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, we'll go actually advance the plot. I'm gonna check my boys here just real quick. Yeah, I think we're doing alright. Oh, Olivia.
Doesn't she end up hooking up with Brock?
Yes. At least in the anime.
Right.
Let's see what we get. Rusty, can you believe I found a Diglett in Diglett's tunnel?
What?
see what we get.
I know you and I were talking about it before stream, but I don't think we've mentioned it on stream. If you are not aware, there's a really cool, like, 4-episode stop motion animated Pokemon show called Pokemon Concierge.
Yep.
And it is really delightful. If you've got access to Netflix, it comes with my highest recommendation. It's very just sweet and good. And stop motion animation is a really cool dying art form that not very many people are doing anymore.
Slowpoke.
You're pretty heavy on water types these days.
It's a pretty big percentage of the Pokedex.
Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely the biggest egg groups. How many groups of water are in there? Are there in egg groups? Like 4 or 5 now?
I think there are 3 water egg groups, quote unquote. At least 2. But
I know that there's at least 3.
There are, if you're going by number of Pokemon, the largest egg group is the field egg group, which is basically just mammals.
Yeah.
And we'll look at this boy. This looks like a Route 1. Which is fine. It hates to lose.
Sorry, buddy.
He can't help how he was born, Rusty.
Well, I mean, he won't lose if he stays locked in a box until the system shuts down. So he'll be in purgatory forever and will never lose. The genie granted his wish.
Dusk Ball.
Because I think if something dies, you've got a Mudkip and a Staryu you would use before the Slowpoke.
I gotta admit, if I want to add a Water Psychic to my team, the Slowpoke's not my first choice.
Yeah, that's kind of why I think I would, if I was doing a Wonderlocke, and I'm going to have to work this out because I'm going to do one soon, I think I would add a type clause where, aside from dupes, like you don't get copies of things, you also don't take copies of the exact same type combo. Just to add variety to the
pool.
To the pool.
The ool.
Narrow down the pool a little bit.
You went the wrong way.
I have to figure out exactly how to word it, but you're right. Like a water psychic, you literally have 2 of them in your pool right now. But then you'd have to be like, well, does pure normal count for that? Do I want it to count for that?
Yeah.
Like I'd be all right with running a Tauros and a Snorlax. So like, or I don't want to. I would hate to get a Tauros and remove. Well, Grandpa is part dragon, so I wouldn't remove it from the pool because it's a different typing.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean?
Yeah. Fire. He's Grumbly. Use Muggy. Use the Grumble Mug. The Aether Foundation.
Oh, this is scathing.
What?
Marsha Lucas did an interview.
Who's Marsha Lucas?
George Lucas's wife and
Yeah.
one of the original editors. Here talking about Kathleen Kennedy. I like Kathleen. I always liked her. She was full of beans. She was really smart and really bright, really wonderful woman. And I liked her husband. I like them a lot. Now that she's running Lucasfilm and making movies, it seems to me that Kathy Kennedy and J.J. Abrams don't have a clue about Star Wars. They don't get it. And J.J. Abrams is writing these stories.
Writing is used liberally there.
Yeah. I do not think J.J. Abrams was given much freedom.
Dig a hole. Old Jeff digging a hole.
I liked her. She's full of beans.
That's just
very
actually
funny,
like a Southernism phrase.
Yeah. I think Rian Johnson was given a bunch of freedoms for The Last Jedi. I think he wrote that. And that's why I like it. And apparently that's why everybody else hates it. They would rather have a Star Wars movie written by a committee than somebody who has any kind of creative vision or new ideas or love for the franchise or brains. Stamina is such a broken ability.
Well, I'm even more broken because I autocrit.
Yeah, that's fair.
The grumbliest mug in the universe! Though I gotta say, for this rock trial, things aren't looking great. I got Grumble Mug and that's about it.
What level does he evolve at? It's pretty late.
Low 30s is kind of sticking out to me.
And where are you at right now?
26, 7-ish.
Okay. Level 32. Do you have a dark
Shit.
type in your...
I may just die.
Is that magnitude?
It's magnitude 10.
That was... For a magnitude 10, that was not as bad as it could have been.
That's true.
Magnitude is a spooky move.
You have to tell me
And
twice.
not extant right now, correct? Magnitude is not in the...
I don't remember if it's in the game or not.
Yeah, do you have a dark type
I
in
do.
your...
We've got that Honko.
Yeah, Nathan figured out blind when the games came out. He figured out Pancham accidentally.
Yeah, we've talked about this story on stream, but what it was is I had used a Pancham and or I had a Pancham in my team, and it was like I couldn't figure out how to get her to evolve at all. And what it was is my Venusaur, because that's X and Y, they give you a Kano starter. I removed Cut on it so that I could learn Venoshock for the Fairy Gym. And just during that time period before I had retaught Cut, I happened to swap it out for a Sandile that I happened to have caught. and my cut friend just happened to be a Sandile, which happened to be a dark type, and my Pancham just happened to level up in that little bitty bit of time where I was using it as a cut friend, and then it just suddenly evolved. And of course, I had no clue what was going on until I looked at everything up post game. But it was very funny.
I wonder if anybody in the universe figured out Inkay.
Oh, I'm sure somebody did somewhere. Accidentally or otherwise, they're just like laying on their couch with their DS above their head.
Yeah, I mean that has to be it. Is like somebody playing with their DS naturally upside down.
Yeah,
that happens. It's a handheld device, so yeah, somebody would have, and they would have been insane. Yeah, as our new friend says, magnitude was removed in Gen 8. Also, welcome to the channel. Thanks for sticking around. We stream Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Sundays. And we have a Discord you can follow.
By typing an exclamation point Discord. Tomorrow we should be back with what's it called? Triforce Heroes. That's it. Trying to get our 3DS games in before this Wi-Fi shuts down.
Yeah.
I always really liked the Team Skull Grunt theme.
I like the trend of the villain team not being career criminals. They're just a bunch of punks and then loud, terrible fans. And then bullied school kids. But yeah, we use other socials a little bit, just kind of by habit. The Discord is like the social media that we do anymore.
It's
everything. Like, I use Facebook to talk to my parents' generation of people, and Twitter is a nightmare. So,
Blue Sky is nice for checking in on the 10 people that are there.
Yeah. And I think it has a good chance of being an official Twitter replacement someday. But like you say, it's still invite only. So we do have a presence there. If you
it's linked somewhere.
If you have a Blue Sky, we are there.
I like that me and Hao are Electro buddies there.
Do you think we'll ever get a Pokemon Doctor Who crossover? And we'll have a rival named Who.
For Who and How?
Yeah, and then we'll have another one where we have a rival that only uses electric Pokemon, and his name is what?
You figured it out, Rusty. So, Rusty, you know how in the games when you like get defeated, you black out and go to the Pokemon Center?
What happens when you beat a police officer?
Yeah, when you beat a police officer, how does he get to the Pokemon Center? Do you
Well,
think
when you beat a police officer,
do you think he calls a cab?
the How dare you?
Fuck you.
That was very good.
Oh, look at it. It's so sad. I'm gonna give it belly rubs. Really like that belly rub.
Who doesn't?
I do actually, on this very small stretch of route, do get a catch if I go over here and fish for one. Nothing seems to be biting. It's a love disc.
Oh man, this is a good catch. You might actually like catch a heart scale.
I think we did earlier.
Pull the heart scale. Well, you did pull one up earlier.
Yeah, but
you got an opportunity to grab another one that this one might have been holding before you Wonder Traded away.
But you see, you can actually see that this one, since it's got the little Pokeball icon, I've caught a love disc before, and we did catch a love disc earlier that had a heart scale.
Oh, even so. Okay, so we could get 3 love discs in one, or 3 heart scales in one episode. Don't you love these horde battles?
Oh yeah, they're great. I grow weary of this. We're gonna catch it. Do I want to learn Light Screen over one of these moves? We'll do it over Sight Beam. It has a heart scale.
Nice. Hard scales are often very hard to get a hold of, and having 3 of them. Not that you can use them until right before the Elite Four.
Say, we'll see how much usage they get, but it's not nothing.
Yeah.
We'll see if Andrew from Ohio gets me something good.
It's another love disc.
Exactly, Rusty. Something good. Oh, so close, Rusty.
This is the Dupe's Claws, right?
I don't know if I have a magic carp or not. I don't think I do.
You've caught one.
I've caught one, but that's not what I'm counting as my dupes.
Okay. Yeah, another water type, though.
Yeah, it's not great. We'll take a look. Yeah, I don't have a magic carp, so... This is my boy. It's from Dark Chip. Gotta say, kind of low on the totem pole right now. Hopefully I won't have to bring any of them out, though. I like my team. Who is Annette Ball? Coney, Coney. So do you think when this Delibird was delivering a letter to that Probopass, it like just kind of shoved it up the nose? Well, Rusty, do you think?
Sorry, what? I got very distracted by an email.
Do you think when that... well, this was much more important, Rusty. When that Delibird was delivering a letter to that Nosepass, do you think it shoved it up the nostril?
God, I hope so.
Yes, I believe Dustox does deserve a massage.
One of my favorite things about the Pokemon Fusion game is that fusing Nosepass and Probopass with things tends to just put a little glasses and big nose mask on whatever it is.
Yeah. The Groucho mask?
Yeah.
Dragon Tail is interesting. I don't think I have anything that particularly cares about Shadow Claw. I don't even know if Bagon has enough tail to Dragon. Oh, look. Nope. Can't use it. No tail. Just double check. Okay. We've got a heal. So next we've got Olivia. Our level cap is 35 before my Pokemon start getting disobedient. I think I want to get him up to at least level 30 before I take her on. And I think just the trainers between here and there should be able to get me there.
Well, you could do that, or you could just focus your Pancham to 32 and sweep it with a big old bail.
With a big old bear.
But you got... Dustox is not real good for rocks. That Fox is not good for rocks.
No.
That Balloon is not good for rocks.
No.
That Bagon is not good for anything. And that Sheep's real weak to a lot of rock secondary types.
Fartass percent. Olivia here. This is Probopass. It washes the shop whenever I'm away. I know I asked you to meet me here, but there's been a change of plans. Meet me in the Ruins of Life past Memorial Hill. Goodbye, Probopass. I love you. You came back. Medicine? Hell yeah, brother.
Please, my mother, she beats me. Use this.
Do I want a plume or armor fossil?
Does this count as a catch?
It does, specifically because the fossil restoration area is its own area.
Then you want to send somebody the plume fossil for the memes.
Yeah, we'll buy a Pokemon for $7 grand. As a matter of fact, let's go do that. Bye, Charizard. I love you. I like that this guy went into his meth trailer to go restore my fossil.
And you pulled this bird out of it.
This is the first bird Pokemon, Archon, who all appearance is flightless. It was able to glide down from tall treetops to snag its prey. I'm gonna name you Wonder.
I can't wait for Archon to evolve into something good. Maybe it'll get a really cool ability.
Well, we'll send it to somebody.
Is there a strat for using Defeatist well?
Yeah, keep your Pokemon above 50% HP.
Like, it doesn't get skill swap.
It may be one of those abilities that you can't even skill swap.
Well, the cool thing about Archeops is that it has good enough stats to make it worth it.
It's very fast and very offensive.
I was being sarcastic.
It's fast. It's offensive. It's a scary Pokemon to like be facing.
Oh, cool! That's and also timely, and in a cool ball for its color scheme.
Yeah, it's better for its color scheme if it were shiny, but you know, beggars choosers, right?
I don't know. They're both blue and yellow. They're just like inverted. So how quickly can you level this boy up and evolve him?
I used my massage on Dustox, so you tell me. This is the Emanation Pokemon. It's tough enough to run through the night, and it's also a hard worker, but it's still just a youngster. Still a cool mom. You want to hear me complaining?
Yeah. Is that shiny Lucario still available, or did it just expire?
I don't know how long it lasts. Level 53. I don't think I'm going to be using him anytime soon.
Oh, nope. Dang. Heck. Oh, dang heck. Wieners even. Ooh.
I think I can get a Kitchen Coney Coney, too. Hey, Rusty, you want to do me a favor and nuke whoever did that?
Yeah, I'm going to have to learn how to do that. But yes, I will.
I think if you go over here... Say that. I thought there was a fishing spot over here, but I guess not. Poop, and butts. Maybe he's over here. Have you lied, baby? I'm gonna give it tobacco.
Why are these tools so hard to use? Just let me ban this guy. I don't want to monitor.
Yeah. Hey, just don't do it to our friend Enter Isaac Inator.
Yeah, there we go. Got it.
Rusty, don't Baja Blast him.
You can tell I am the main mod for our channel. I do this all the time.
You want to click the little sword. I can now use Z-moves with my Pikachu.
Remember when our on-screen chat only copied messages out of chat and wouldn't, like, you could delete the messages on Twitch,
Yeah.
but it would just leave it up on stream.
Oh, all you gotta do is hit the quote button like twice. I'm not showing very much of the chat.
Yeah. Well, it's not a problem anymore because we have it fully synced, but...
Your bubbles are no match for my dragon.
I mean, that is... I said that the Bagon was pretty useless. It's a good wall right now.
I just gave it the Eviolite, so...
Yeah. It gets resistance to a lot of types.
Rusty, Discord just fizzled out on you when you said lot, so it was like a lot of types.
That's pretty fun.
I beat Mike. Gotta draw him off. He's such a happy little guy. I think he doesn't like it when you pet his little Yoshi mouth. Oh, no, he likes it. I'm gonna feed you a good bean. Because you're a good bean. Scrolling through this thing is impossible. Come on, man. Scroll my beans. There we go. What a good little bean.
Oh, hey guys! Anybody who's watching, we do not monitor our whispers.
Do we get whispered? Is whispering a thing?
Yeah, we get private messages from people every once in a while. I'm clearing through. I'm like, we had somebody trying to ask it. I'm not going to call it anybody other than like if we're like in stream and you privately message like, hey, can I ask for some advice? We're probably not going to see that for a month or more,
Yeah.
or even a year.
I'll tell you what, though, if you want Pokemon advice, we'll give it to you. You just come into the Discord.
Yeah, just come into the Discord or ask it in stream.
We have an entire dedicated channel.
Yeah, we'll hang out in chat and like you say in Discord we would love for the Discord to be more active.
Like, we know our Poke stuff,
but we're those whispers are just not something that we're managing. And sorry, I guess.
Did somebody confess their love to you, Rusty?
No, they said it over 3 messages. It was, hey, can I ask you a question?
Well, that's rough.
And sorry, I'm not trying to call anybody out. It's just like it's not a useful way to contact us.
This is going to take forever to kill if I don't use Grumble Mug.
And if you're asking for the kind of advice that needs to be private, we're probably not going to get involved with that kind of a situation. It's I'm flattered, but not here to be your therapist or like.
I, for one, feel like my opinions on am I the asshole type like problems aren't people don't seek them out enough. I should run a Dear Abby column.
Yeah. You should run a Dear Abby column for speech and debate students. Actually.
Is that a high demand field?
I don't know, but you would be good at it. You provide this service to me on a personal level quite well.
Well, Dear Abby is for like life advice, like navigating social situations. I just know like debate theory.
Right, and when I am judging a debate or have a question about how to coach kids in specific areas, you have good advice for that.
I'm glad you appreciate that, man. That's good to hear.
Also, it is very good to have an adult friend that is not also a direct coworker, so that I can make fun of speech and debate students.
They do deserve to be made fun of. I keep leading with the wrong Pokemon.
Like the debate I saw the other day where they were in Crossfire and one of the kids is like, all right, can I have a follow-up question? And the second guy goes, no.
I mean, you can do that and just don't expect it to reflect well on the ballot.
And then the dude that said no asked for feedback at the end.
Yeah, I've got some.
He was like, hey, could we get could our team get some feedback after that? And so I asked the other team if they were okay with that as well, because I did have some notes for both teams.
Yeah.
But there was one piece of advice that I very much wanted to share. It was don't.
You have to understand that when you are a debater, you are on top of the world. Oh, I have used Silverwind so much and Ominous Wind so much, not gotten an Omni Boost, and this Ledian decides it just wants to show up, pretend like it's a good Pokemon, and actually get it.
Ledian is such a cool looking Pokemon. I want it to be good. I think it deserves a third stage or at least a gimmick. It needs a Mega or a Gigantamax or something. It looks neat.
You know what? Farfetch'd got one. It's not out of the picture.
Yeah, and Farfetch'd's regional variant was good.
I think Surfetch'd is very funny. I don't know if it ever was like splashable competitively. My gut tells me it was too slow.
I think at the very beginning it made it up to UU when people were experimenting and stuff. It had that one move that was like bonkers damage, and people were trying to make it work.
Meteor Assault.
But I think you're right. I have doubts that it ever made it to OU.
My gut tells me that it was never really a optimal pick competitively.
Yeah.
But it's a very fun mon.
And way better than Farfetch'd.
Rusty, it's very hard to get worse than Farfetch'd. There are Pokemon that are worse than Farfetch'd, but Caterpie better hope nothing happens to it. Okay, this Ghastly's just going to get in this ball. It's going to be fine.
But I like the idea of a Palafin-style evolution that takes really good advantage of Iron Fist and has like a weird evolution method added to Ledian.
Well, Rusty, if you're hoping for a weird evolution method, Game Freak will deliver. They fucking love making you use Psyshield Bash in the Agile style 30 times or whatever the fuck. Spinning around in a circle. Turn your system upside down, man.
Milcery is insane, dude.
The most insane evolution method is still Ruinergus or whatever it is.
What is it? It's like you have to stand underneath that one.
You have to take in this much damage and then walk underneath a bridge in a specific part of the wild area. Galarian Yamask.
It has to take 49 HP of damage without fainting. Curse and weather effects don't contribute. When you travel underneath the large rock arch in the Dusty Bowl. Yeah, that sucks. Its base HP is 58.
Alonzo.
So at level 50, you have to get it beyond half dead. Just a little less than half dead without killing it.
It's a Pancham. Grumble Mug 2. This one's going back in the turlet.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is not even going to have 49 HP until it's like level 40, level 30. Jeez, this sucks. Oh my god, do you know what its name translates to in Japanese?
What?
I want you to try to guess. It's death something. I want you to guess what the other word is.
Death Rune?
Nope.
Death... Rock?
Nope.
Death Guy?
Nope.
I have no idea.
It is Death Barn.
Okay. Something there is lost in translation.
Oh, it looks like it's from Death and Ban. Because it's got the kind of protective little runes on it to protect from death. And the R is just for fun, I guess. I don't know.
Transliteration stuff.
Yeah.
Trumbeak.
Man, Death Barn is very funny, though.
This is Trumbeak, the Buglebeak Pokemon. By bending its beak, it can produce a variety of calls and brand itself as a noisy nuisance for neighbors.
Would you do me a favor and reshare stream with me?
No, because we are probably getting to the end of stream.
Oh, we've got 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah. So we should be back tomorrow, hopefully, with more of the Triforce Heroes. Hopefully Ian's feeling a little better tomorrow. And then we should be back on Sunday, hopefully, with more Baldur's Gate, right?
I think so.
Excellent. Well, thank you for following, pal. That's very kind of you. We should be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. You can always follow us in the Discord, and we should be there. Goodbye.
Goodbye.